Hi, y'all.
We're Zach and Annie, a Scotsman and American who met while working as camp counselors.
Then we fell in love, started a family,
And now, after 15 years of living across the US, we recently uprooted our entire lives to move from California to Bonnie, Scotland. Hello everyone, welcome back. Sorry for missing last week, but life just got the better of us. We were 3 kids and a new puppy are quite busy, it turns out. So
the kids are back to school full time, so that took up a lot of just getting used to the new routine, new flow, and trying to figure out who needs what at which time.
timing, schedules, all that.
The kids' sports picked up as well.
Yep.
So on top of potty training, not only a toddler, but also a puppy.
With stomach issues.
With stomach issues.
And then on top of that, we had stomach issues as well. So
Yeah.
won't go into those details, but that also takes some time and takes some effort out of the equation. So
And my work picked up full swing as well. So
Yeah.
I have a little break during the summer months, and then come August, phew.
So yeah, instead of just showing you a video of us looking rushed off our feet, we figured we
on the toilet.
I think that goes without saying. Okay. We figured, yeah, we just pause on that one and kind of put together 2 weeks of stuff. On top of that, we decided to tackle some DIY projects. So that's been keeping us busy during the time that we didn't already have. So yeah, it's been full on busy with just constant little things, such as life. And so we're back and happy to put together another video.
Yep.
So yeah, that's the sort of general synopsis.
The rundown.
Where do you want to start?
Let's go into Finnegan.
Oh yes, yeah. Finnegan's doing great actually. The 2 previous dogs we had, we thought they were good, decently behaved dogs, but Finnegan's by far the most chill puppy we've ever encountered.
He's so good. And he's become lively since being on antibiotics and having his tummy troubles clear up most of the way.
Yeah.
So we're seeing snippets of, people call them the border terrorist.
Oh, I've never heard that.
Instead
That's a
of
good
terriers. If they don't get the proper exercise, they can be quite yappy. They can destroy things like shoes and whatnot.
Exercise for sure is not an issue in this house with 3 kids who constantly want to be chased or chase after him or tire him out or take him on walks. But yeah, the kids, when he first came, he was obviously having some issues, and so he was very mellow, and we were like, oh, this is good. But the vet was like, no, that's not normal. And now he's picked back up, and he's got little razor puppy teeth, and he's biting kids' toes and ankles and trying to play with them and that sort of stuff. So yeah, as his health has improved, his behavior has got more puppy-like, but still way below the level we're used to with Annie's Puggle and my Vizsla we had before we got together. So it's good. And the size helps as well. But
yeah, it's adorable. So we have some new developments today. Zach, you want to fill them in?
I want to start with fish or fin?
Either or.
All right. Well, we were walking back from school drop-off and saw the fish van, so we picked up some salmon. We're hoping this will be enough. Our youngest likes salmon, so I might have to do something else. But
it's a favorite in our house, so who knows?
Salt, pepper, some lemon juice. We'll cover it up, throw it in the oven, and it should be good. So that's number 1. And then number 2, Finn. Talked to the vet today, and she is happy that he's being treated for his little tummy issues, so he can go out into the wide world. I think we're going to try and set him up for a puppy class, which is coming up in about a week's time. And yeah, he had a bath yesterday to clean off any lingering little nasty things. So yeah, he is ready. He's had his collar on to get used to that. Still not loving the leash or the lead, so we're working on that. And then
but we're going to do a first dog walk out in the real world probably tomorrow.
Yeah, which seems ridiculous because he's still like the size of a rat. So it's going to be very interesting. I don't think we can go very far, and it will just be very interesting to see how he gets on. But we'll let you know.
Let me see. Okay. Oh, Finnegan, where are you?
Resting after being chased around the garden by the kids.
Hi, Finnegan. Hi, sweet boy. Are you so excited for a walk tomorrow? Finnegan's ready for his first walk. Come on, Finn.
been doing great. Leash walking, off leash walking, playing on the beach.
His recall has taken about 0 effort on our part.
Yeah.
Just be like, Finnegan, come here. And he runs straight to us. And I know they can follow their noses, but he doesn't seem to do that. He just follows our heels.
So far, he's very, very happy just being with us and being with the kids as well. Our middle child is introverted to become the dog whisperer, and just Finn will just follow him religiously. If I'm having trouble like on the leash with him, I'll ask our middle child to come back and walk in front, and he'll follow him perfectly. So he's taken up a lot of our time, but in a good way. And then, yeah, the other one, Annie, this is a project we talked about for a while. And I was like, hey, how about you just quickly throw together that bench or banquette seating around the dining room table. That'll be an easy
one. I saw it on YouTube a couple times.
Yeah. The YouTube video only takes like a minute. How long is it going to take you? Well,
no biggie.
3 or 4 days, I think, is what it ends up taking.
Full time.
Yeah.
Okay, it's finally time. We're getting to this back corner of the kitchen, sort of our dine-in nook, and we are going to make the banquette seating. I don't know how long it's going to take. It's a pretty big project, and Zach's going to be doing the building and construction from scratch. And then I am going to be working on making curtains for our little windows in the kitchen. Using this sheet set, I'll create some type of curtain, and yeah, we'll see how this space transforms. All right, so we had a little visit to B&Q this morning, and Zach, you want to explain what your thoughts are for the space?
Yeah, we'd always talked about doing built-in seating around the table to kind of give us a bit more, almost more of a flexible seating arrangement for the kids and stuff. And we have kind of a busy weekend planned, so we thought, sure, why not? Just try and start building it this weekend. So on the whim, we went to B&Q today. Just managed to fit everything in the car. Annie might show you a picture of that. It was a tight squeeze, but we made it. And so, yeah, we're basically going to do like an L-shaped bench seating in that corner. Move the table out, and maybe a couple of chairs on the outside as well. And yeah, once little puppy gate here goes away after he's kind of toilet trained, it'll have a lot of space, and we're gonna plan to do some storage inside the seats, some paneling, some
make it pretty with the paneling.
Yeah.
Zach's blocked himself in the corner, so we think it's going to be a bit like that. Since we don't have a pedestal table, we're just going to have to sort of work with what we got. Okay, Zach, show us how it's working.
All right, first side pretty much done. Just need some sanding and finishing, but pretty much how it's gonna work. Get some storage under there, seat there.
Woohoo!
Simple.
It's a rainy day, so Zach's inside doing the bench seating, but having to do all his cutting inside. It's coming together though, and I finally got my curtains up. Did the no sew curtains and hemmed them with that tape. I think I mentioned that before, but it's all looking pretty good. Ooh, and then got all these little paint things. These were cool. And got 5 colors of those to see what we wanted to paint here. And I think we're gonna go with this color. It's called Egyptian Cotton by Deluxe. And it's supposed to be sort of the dupe of Slipper Satin for Pharaoh and Ball. But we'll see how that goes later today. Anything you want to say, Zach?
I think it's Deluxe.
Deluxe? What did I say?
Deluxe. Is it the big dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Deluxe. Whoops. Okay, here it is. The updated progress. It's built. Zach's filling in the holes.
Of which there are many.
Thousands. So we put the finishing trim piece up, and then we'll have to revisit this bit once we rip out the backsplash and put this up there too. So we're gonna carry along this beadboarding. What do you call it here, Zach?
Called like double bead tongue and groove paneling, I think.
So we're gonna take the paneling up, and it's gonna be all the way the backsplash around the entire kitchen. But it is looking so nice. Zach's been working hard. And it's wraps around here all the way around. And it's gonna be a really pretty beigey color. So I'm on next.
Onto the final coat.
He's your fish dog treats.
He does love his dog treats, you're right.
He's happy now. He's happy now.
He's a happy boy. And I think it really came together. We're pretty happy with it.
Yeah, it's really good usable space for the kids. They can just slide in and out. And then for the actual seating, the only other thing we need is the cushion, I guess.
So we'll do that at some point in the future. I think my mom's going to come over and help me put together the cushions and get that right. She's an expert seamstress, so that's nice to have on hand.
And it gives us some extra storage. So I think we can throw our vacuum cleaner in there and some other stuff and stuff. So yeah, came out kind of as functional and how you thought it would look. So
Yep.
really good.
To finish off the room, we did a little bit of thrifting. We went to a few secondhand shops trying to see what we might be able to use on the walls, or we were
Thrifting
also...
involves Annie going thrifting and me watching our youngest go through the toy section of the thrift store, which there's an endless
Hey, we
supply
take
of.
turns. We
Yeah.
take turns. I tag team out.
Yeah.
So we went into Dunbar for that, and they call it Sunny Dunny because it was actually the day we went in there, Sunny Dunny was rainy.
Yeah. I forget what the number is, but it has like some of the most sunshine in Scotland or the UK. I forget.
Oh, I can't remember.
But yeah.
At least Scotland for sure.
Yeah. Sunny Dunny, Dunbar.
And it's right on the beach. So we went there and to a little place called Reuse Recycle, I think.
Yeah, Reuse Scotland or something like that. Yeah, it's next to the co-op in Dunbar if you're local or that area. But yeah, it's just a place that people, I think they just donate things, right? Yeah,
Yep.
so it's people donate things and then it's just to help prevent things going into landfill. So some of the stuff's used, some of it's brand new. Like I was just looking through the electronics section and there was like a keyboard in there in the box, completely brand new, marked down to like £4. So you can get some really, really good bargains. The stuff rotates every week or so.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Whenever people bring things in.
a gamble as to if you're going to see something new, but we've got some really good things there. When we moved, we got all our plates and cups there.
And
Picture frames, mirrors.
This
Oh, the mirror,
time,
yeah.
we were so lucky. I've been looking for this exact mirror since we moved, and it's round and about that big, maybe.
So it helps when Annie actually takes measurements because we've had a couple mirrors we thought would fit, and then when we actually measured them, they were not the right fit.
They were still nice. I knew we'd use
Yeah.
them somewhere in the house, but
So we went in with measurements, and lo and behold, we knew this one would fit.
and we got it, and it's perfect.
Gave me another excuse to use the new tool I bought, which was one of those laser levels, which I've always thought was cool and wanted, but never had a reason to buy. And then
Zach's just in the kitchen.
with the seating, I was like, well, this has to be level. And then I was like, and we did this sort of, what do you call that? The wainscoting?
Yep.
So that, I wanted that level, obviously. And so, yeah, it was a great tool for that. And then I got to use it when Annie wanted curtains hung.
He used it on everything.
Yeah.
There was a knob that we needed on the back of the door, which was too high, but he still is trying to somehow use the laser.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed for that one. It was a little overkill, but it's always fun to play with a new toy. So, but the kids' bookcase, the wall shelf,
Oh, yeah.
perfectly level, laser level.
Oh,
Yeah,
I bet you like that.
I did. I did.
So laser level was a win. And then one project that I took on to finish out the curtain was we could only find black rods. Everything else was ridiculously expensive. We wanted sort of an antique brass, but they were 80 pounds for the size window we have. And that is the reaction I got when I ran it past Zach.
It's like a window width and it's a little skinny. You're like, that's going to be a hard no.
I also felt it was a hard
Yeah.
no. So went looking and found this antique gold. It's called Rub and Buff, and it comes in about a tube this big. I'll insert a clip and show you. And all you do is rub that into the pole, and it gives us this really nice metallic finish that is more of an antique brass. So it looked great. Did that on the curtain rings, and then put the curtains up, and everything really came together.
Yeah. Yeah, we tried a few different ways of using like a brass colored pole and stuff, and it just didn't work. So we
had to
bit the bullet and actually got a real curtain rod that, like Annie said, Annie made look how she wanted it to look, and it turned out really nice.
So we're happy with that. And then we threw a few pictures up on the wall just to test out what a gallery wall will look like in the kitchen. And it's coming together. There's still some work to be done and a few finishing pieces to be done on the banquette seating too, just around the bottom.
Yeah, a little piece of trim on the bottom. Yeah. Other than that, though, the construction site's done, so I kind of walk away from that. But, and so yeah, while we're in Dunbar, and for the rare occasion that the weather was not kind to us, we dove off into the garden center, Dunbar Garden Center, which is pretty large as garden centers go. They got a huge cafe, and they've got all sorts of stuff. They've got obviously the gardening stuff. They have books, gifts, toys,
home
decorations,
everything.
Clothes, and like a whole kind of pet store.
Yes.
So the kids loved looking at the fish and little accessories for our frogs. Annie likes looking at the little gifts to maybe send home, and some of their clothes are nice as well. And
Pretty much everything there I like. And you made me laugh because you mentioned the frogs. Our frogs, I just have to give a quick update. We got these stupid little African dwarf frogs. No, we love them.
They're not very smart,
but
though.
they actually are stupid. They just sort of float around like this.
They're frogs, fully aquatic frogs, who are known not to be good swimmers. I don't know how this species has survived. Like, one of the kids made a joke, it's like, "Oh, they only survive in captivity." I was like, that could be true. Like, I don't know how these survive in the wild.
But we still have to hand feed them with these long, what are they?
Tweezers.
Tweezers, yes, tongs, bloodworms. So my sister-in-law, the whole reason we got these frogs is because the kids were desperate to get some type of reptile or amphibian, and they had them. And she said, "Oh yeah, all you have to do is put one pellet in for each of your frogs, and that's
they were advertised as low maintenance, like silly little frogs, but low maintenance." And we're like, perfect.
But apparently in the UK, the things are just done differently, and you have to feed them by hand bloodworms, which are little nasty worms about that big, and have to put it in front of their mouth. If you don't put it in front of their mouth, they're pretty much blind, so they don't see them and they can't find them when they're little. I think it's different once they get a little bit bigger. And so I'm in front of the frogs for about 30 minutes every day trying to feed them and make sure they've all had enough food. So I went to a different pet store, which was Dunbar, and just asking, like, please, what can I feed these frogs? And they brought out bloodworms.
Yeah, we went back to the first pet store and talked to like a different person, and even he was like, yeah, we got some here. And it's like the bloodworms. The only thing we can feed them is bloodworms. Like, and what about like when they get larger or older? And he's like, yeah, bloodworms is like their main.
It's like, no.
This is not
Something
what
else,
we've been told.
please.
What is going on?
I can't do this forever.
And we watched the video on how you're supposed to feed them, and obviously the video's like, she has one little bloodworm, puts it in, the frog is like, oh, don't, yummy, yummy, yummy.
No.
Ours, like, if there's two next to each other, they might miss the bloodworm and grab the other one's leg. Or
Yes, they are constantly just biting each other. And I don't know if ours are just extra dumb, or I'm not quite sure.
But anyway, we got on a video call with said sister-in-law, and we're like, what is going on here? And she gave us the exact, like, food that they give to their frogs. So we're going to do a quick Google search and see if we can find that. But because they just drop it in, right? And the frogs feed like a normal kind of animal.
Not ours.
So despite the fact we now have like 4 months supply of bloodworms in the freezer,
I'll keep doing it.
They're surviving, and it's Annie's most hated chore at the moment because goodness.
Much rather clean up Finn's messes on the floor than feed the bloodworms to the frogs. But I still do it. Get the job done.
The easiest way to like
live another
make
day.
Annie angry is like, Annie, have you remembered to feed the frogs today? She's like, insert expletives here. No, not really, but maybe.
No.
But yeah.
Yeah, so frogs, update on frogs.
Yeah.
And yeah, we got some food at the Dunbar Garden Center. Just little sandwiches and things. I think they were about to close. But it was neat because it's all glassed in, and we just watched the rain pouring down. We started off outside, but the rain caught us off guard, so we had to quickly retreat.
Yeah, it looked like we were getting a clearing in the weather, but it didn't last. And then the wind came, so the rain was coming in sideways. So it wasn't really doable, especially with kids verging on getting too tired. So, but yeah, inside their giant like conservatory cafe area, and yeah, just another good day. And
that sums up our week for the
pretty
most
much,
part.
yeah.
Had some different sports practices, and that's about it. Oh, signed up for music classes for our daughter. So we're starting them all in their different activities. That's always fun to get into that routine and start making friends and meeting families, because other than Zach's childhood friends, we haven't branched out too much since moving to Scotland. So it's our chance to sort of insert ourselves into our community and get to know the locals.
Since we don't plan on going anywhere.
We'll be here for the long haul. Better set some roots, I guess.
Better make a friend or two.
Next up is Finnegan's first day to the beach.
Oh yeah. In terms of Finnegan's first like walk and outing, the vet didn't want us taking him anywhere where like rat and mice could be, just in case he gets exposed to anything else. So we have a really nice river trail near us that we couldn't go to, but the next best thing, something that we're intending to do a lot anyway, is take him to the beach. Nice wide open space, wasn't too busy, and weren't sure how it would go because it was really his first outing other than just walking along the street near where we live. And he did fantastic.
He was amazing. He is born for the beach. See, we got the half wall here. Finnegan, it's okay. Starting to work on that gallery wall. Not sure if that's going to be how they end up, but still a little bit of work to do. And then we're going to make some cushions to put on the bench and the backing, but thought I'd give you a little idea of what it looks like for now. And then these are my new curtains that I made from bed sheets, as well as the brass pole. And then as Zach demonstrated in one of the videos, these benches both open up and give a ton of storage. So we'll do a house tour at some point in the future that shows all of our storage hacks for small spaces. But it's looking really good. We just have one finishing piece to put around the bottom. This beadboard
back of the bench is going to go up and be the backsplash in the kitchen. So right there, it's going to follow up and go through. So we had to not fully put it together just so it gives us room to be able to fit that as needed. And then here is our gallery wall. It's a work in progress, but we wanted to have an idea what it's going to look like.
But I think that's everything for this week.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's almost the past like 2 weeks almost. Just kind of life really with 3 kids and a little dog, and it gets busy before you know it without realizing. And thanks for watching, and I think next week we are doing something else.
Is it next week or not
I don't
next
know.
week?
Maybe next week. Maybe next again.
We're thinking about one of the Highland Games. We mentioned it in a post somewhere. So we're looking into our options for the Highland Games and seeing what fits the family's needs the best. And we're also looking into, well, maybe just doing like a day in the life, watching us walk around town.
Yeah, or another
stuff.
like weekend activities to keep the kids busy. Just because they're back at school, the weekends are still there when they're not doing sports or activities. So we're not just sitting around the house. And
Or perhaps another project.
what else is there? What else is there?
We did see one meme online where it's like another couple crying on a Saturday, overestimating their home project, something like that.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
It's amazing how long a project takes when you have no idea what you're doing. Yeah, very true.
But you got there. It looks really good.
Got there in the end. So yeah, we'll see what comes up next week, and yeah, we'll see you then.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.